can't do it anymore. Can you purify me? Will you get out of my head and into my stomach? Purify me. Purify me!
And I'm with Tonya Davis. You are from Miami Valley NORML.
I am.
Okay.
And I'm also with Ohio NORML.
Okay. The news everyone is talking about post-election is Colorado and Washington. And I'm hearing things all over the place. You know, do it here, make it spread to the rest of the country. And I read online that you guys are having a meeting this weekend at Blind Bob's.
We are.
Okay. Tell me all about that and anything else we need to know and why you're involved in this.
Okay. Well, on Saturday, we're going to be meeting at 430 East 5th Street at Blind Bob's. It's a little bar, restaurant type thing. It's a beautiful setting. We're going to have beautiful weather. It's going to be on Saturday in the Oregon District from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock p.m. Usually by the time everybody leaves, it's after 4:20. 4:30.
Yeah, 4:20. 4:20.
Huh?
It's 4:20. You don't have to change it to 4:30.
Somewhere.
We all know what you mean. Yes.
And for the folks in Cincinnati that can't make it up to the Dayton meeting, we've got one special for Sunday in Cincinnati. It's 110 East Central Parkway, Cincinnati, 45202 is the zip. It's at the Cincinnati Coffee Emporium from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock, 4:20.
Okay.
So bring a friend, your ideas, and what you're willing to do, of course. You know, we're hoping that people are so fired up about this issue and tired of watching their friends and family get carted off to jail that they will want to step up and do what's right. You know, I've talked to a lot of people on the phone today that have told me, Tonya, you know, we're sorry we didn't get involved. We're sorry that we missed this election, you know. Well, what can we do now? Well, what we can do now is you need to get to one of those meetings, either in the Oregon District in Dayton or the one in Cincinnati. You can go to MiamiValleyNormal.org, OhioPatientsNetwork.org. There's a lot of things you can do to get involved. You can send your name and address and phone number and what counties you want to gather signatures in. I'm also a citizen sponsor of the Ohio Alternative Treatment Amendment, which should have been on the ballot this year. Also of House Bill 214, which is currently dying in the committee in the House of Representatives.
When you say it should have been on the ballot this year, what prevented it from being on the ballot this year?
We didn't have enough signatures. We didn't have enough volunteers. We didn't have enough funding. There was a lot of factors involved. This is such an important issue. You know, we had probably 5,000 signatures. We needed 385,245, but there's only a handful of us, you know, that are actually diligently working this. What people don't realize is that they've been lied to their whole life. This prohibition was all set up on lies. And our job is to try to educate the folks and let them know that they don't have something to fear. You know, I'm not what you call the stereotype smoker. I use cannabis as a medicine, and it's only because I have to. You know, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I'm suffering from some very debilitating conditions that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a rare genetic disease called pseudohypoparathyroidism. This disease causes my body to think, okay, my thyroid and my parathyroid work, but my body doesn't know it. So my body just pees out any nutrients or vitamins that I need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
and that has caused severe hypocalcemia, which has caused a major number of other things going on. Last year, I just found out that I've got massive calcium deposits on my brain. And if anyone does any research as far as cannabis and medicine is concerned, they would find out that it is a neuroprotectant, it is an antioxidant, it is a wonderful pain medication, anti-inflammatory, anti-nausea, anti-seizure, anti-asthmatic. You know, there are so many different things that this plant can be used for. I don't necessarily smoke it. I like utilizing it in foods. I like being able to eat a cookie or trying other methods of ingestion.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference been since you've been accessing cannabis?
Well, see, I don't have the best access to it because we are in an illegal state.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got into the frame mind that I had to stand up for what's right, stand up for myself, because if there's nothing that the doctors can do for me anymore, then I deserve any chance to fight and every chance to use whatever's been proven to work. It helps me be able to eat a little bit. It helps me be able to function and be able to live independent. I've lived in the same apartment for over 11 years, which shows that I am a good neighbor. I don't have a criminal record. I'm not suffering from mental illness or drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
The point is everything that's going on in the country right now as far as medical marijuana or legalization, it is basically just to stop arresting folks from making a choice. A choice that's made between a patient and their doctor, not the patient and our government. That's crazy, especially when I'm 5'2", maybe 130 pounds. I'm not a very big girl. I can't tolerate OxyContin. It makes me throw up for 30 minutes before it even takes effect.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why people would want someone to have to go through that. If I don't use something like cannabis as a medicine, I will end up in an independent placement or assisted living placement center or a nursing home, and I'm not ready for that either. I found out how ready Ohio is. We just had a huge legalization bus pull up in my front yard, the green bus tour to legalize marijuana, which I was scared to death. Now, David, I was scared to death. I did not know what was going to happen with this green, big, beautiful bus pulling up in my front yard. No, because I didn't know who I was going to upset, because I live around seniors and conservative type of folks, is my point in going into this story. What I found out was that was just a waste of time and energy for me, because my neighbors thought it was great. My neighbors told me to do what I have to do to bring awareness. When people hear legalize, they freak out. They think it's going to open up the gateways to hell. That's not going to happen. But what we need to happen is people need to stop being arrested and prosecuted and caged up like animals for making a choice with their own body. If there's no victim, there's no crime. The thing about the signature drive that we did was that the signatures don't expire. Because we got certified by the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, our signatures that we have already will not expire since the certification, which was in October of 2011.
Okay.
So anything that we gather now will still contribute. They're not going to be a waste of.
And how many more do you need?
Well, we need 385,245 signatures
So
of
that's an enormous
voter
amount.
divided between 44 counties.
Okay.
So it's not really bad. It's just bad about not having the volunteers and the bodies to actually take this seriously. And
this is what you're trying to get at Blind Bob's and down in Cincinnati, is trying to recruit folks to get out and get those signatures to put this on a ballot in Ohio?
Yes, and to go over ideas and discuss what we need to do, and we know who's going to be there, you know, and who's going to be involved, and try to give everybody jobs. Yes.
Tell you what, I really appreciate your time. Blind Bob's this Saturday. What time again does it start?
From 2 o'clock until 4:20.
4:20. If you want to know anything about the marijuana legalization movement and how to get involved, you can go there, meet Tonya and others involved in the movement to legalize marijuana. I thank you very much for your time. It was great to meet you over the interwebs, and perhaps we'll see you Saturday. I'm not sure what our schedule is, but I'm going to go to work right now editing this video.
Thank you, dear.
Hey, you have a great one, and thank you very much for your time. You take care now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.